This week in our collective heads, wanna put an old rumor to bed. Stereotype that you've all heard, how we're all just angry video game nerds. Most of us have actual jobs, kids and families and cats and dogs, yeah. This week in our collective heads, this week in our collective heads.
Welcome to This Week in Our Collective Heads. I'm Patrick, joined by Owen.
Hello!
Which is greatly becoming the thing. It's not even like the regular thing. It's like, nope, that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah. We're here giving you the gaming news like we do every single week. So you should be subscribed to us on Facebook and YouTube. If you don't like watching us, I don't know why you wouldn't, but if you don't like looking at our pretty faces, I know. But if you want to just listen, maybe you're in your car and you don't want to be distracted, we are available on your favorite podcast platforms. Whatever it is, we're there. TWIOCH everywhere. Until we rebrand, we will be rebranding. And then you'll be listening to these shows going, what's a TWIOCH?
Yeah, if you could do us a favor, like hit those like buttons and all that stuff, that helps a lot.
Share it with your friends.
Share us with your friends.
Yeah, share us with your friends. We're mostly child appropriate, so you can play us around your kids too.
Owen tries really hard.
I think we both do. I think that
I occasionally have a slip up.
It happens. That's why I said mostly. We're parental guidance is suggested to understand context of what we're talking about. We don't get into derogatory stuff or anything.
I do my best to avoid it.
Yeah, we try.
I don't like talking about gross things.
We really try. You know what's not gross? Is Pokemon.
Ooh, boy.
Okay, so we knew Pokemon something was coming at some point.
Yeah.
What it was, we didn't know. There were all these different rumors, and other than the name is different. I think Stars was what was the rumor? Was like Stars something. I can't remember. But
Sun and Moon was the last one.
That's right. Sun and Moon. Stars was going to be the they thought that was going to be like the combination.
Their middle gen one that they always do.
Yeah.
They always have like a gold, silver, and platinum,
Exactly.
red, green, red, blue, and yellow.
And yeah, so other than the name, this sounds pretty close to what we wanted from a general perspective. Happy about it. What do you think?
I mean, I have some critiques.
Okay.
But before I get to the critique, I don't know. Do I want to start negative or positive?
Well,
I don't know. It's not necessarily
We'll
negative,
also say there was some the Pokemon Go, like a little bit of that. But if you care about Pokemon Go, I mean, good on you if you do. But I'm not digging it. I want proper Pokemon.
No, there was no Pokemon Go.
I thought there was.
Gen 8 is Gen 8.
Sorry.
No, they talked about the success very briefly, but no, this direct was 7 minutes of awesome. By the way, I made a crack at them for doing a 7 minute thing. Like, it's Gen 8, you can't even give us 8 minutes. But but at the same time, by the end of it, they gave me a lot of content in those 7 minutes, and I want to keep praising Nintendo and the fact that these things respect my time.
Yeah.
It was fantastic in that way. Is my sound still coming out somewhere on your end?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm hearing myself at different
Comment on the face space if the sound is echoey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but more great, adorable Pokemon, and that's all I care about. So,
from one end, this game is going to be a lot of fun. It looks great. It looks... it's the Galar region. The Galar region apparently looks a lot like the UK, which I see. You can see the Big Ben looking thing in there. Like, there's a lot to unpack there. I think there's coming to a point where I want the game to be something that I'm wondering now if it's ever going to be that.
Okay.
We've talked before about the open world Pokemon, third person, walking around. Yeah. We know that the Switch is capable with Breath of the Wild, with Mario Odyssey. And that's not what this is. It is 3D. It looks a lot like Sun and Moon. It looks very polished. It looks gorgeous. But it continues to not be that open world experience. And at this point, I wonder is the Pokemon Company ever going to do anything about that?
So you're referring to doing, and when you mean open world, just to make sure we're clear, you're referring to not being kind of the linear path Pokemon kind of style things that they normally do in gym to gym to gym, and the fact that it's only one region, which, because if that's your problem, then I just cite Grand Theft Auto as my example for that's okay, which will, by the way, will be the subject of our show later. We're gonna do a separate segment talking about the future of the Grand Theft Auto series in our segment You Made Me Do This, because someone made us talk about it.
Absolutely. No, I'm not talking about the fact of like multiple regions. I'm talking like a little bit more free roaming. Whenever you look at the, like, again, if you know, I keep going back to Breath in the Wild just because of how much I love that game, but the fact that there is literally no direction. It has some nudges. You run into some people and it's like, hey, you should go check out this over there. I'm okay with having 8 gyms, but what if the gym, like, what if there was like some kind of level scaling where it recognizes, okay, you now have 3 badges. Now this gym is that level. You have 6 badges. This gym is now that level. You know, something where I don't have to go to gym 1. That's clearly gym 1. Now gym 2 is clearly gym 2. And also, you know, camera pan. Like, you can't rotate the camera or anything like that. It chooses the camera direction for you. It's very much the same. It's very much Pokemon. Pokemon is always lots of fun. I love it. I play every generation. I think the only generation I ever missed was Black and White and Black and White 2. But I wonder when they're going to evolve and if they're ever going to evolve.
No, that's a definitely good question. I think I didn't play Black and White, and I didn't play the last one you said was the Stars. No, sorry, Sun Moon. I didn't play that one, I don't think.
Sun and Moon.
I may have picked it up and didn't.
The Yellow region.
Yeah, I may have picked it up. No, you know what? I think I picked it up and I barely played it, but I was picking it up to play it with the wife, and yeah, it didn't click for her, which is okay. But that was a game that I was like, I want her to play with me, and then we can trade our Pokemon because we got like the separate versions. But it's all right. Right. Yeah, that was the idea. Oh well. But let's talk about Red Dead Redemption 2, because we got our first update, first major update for online, which I don't know. Did you see anything? What struck you in here? Because to me, it still hasn't sold me. I mean, there's some target races, there's some challenges where you're limited in bullets, and I'm like, that sounds cool. And fishing challenges, okay, but is there anything in here that makes you go, hey, that is what I want to play Red Dead Online for? And you're the one who beat Red Dead here, so.
Yeah, you still haven't beat Red Dead.
I have not. I know. I need to go back to it. I loved it. I just didn't. I know. I need to go back and finish it. But is this something? Is this something that's like making you feel like you're like, I'm going to go revisit it?
I think the fact that they're doing, I think more along the lines that there's like, obviously there's going to be like new clothes and new weapons and things like those are cool. I think that they're adding a daily challenge, which I think is a good idea because money is, I'm not saying money is hard to come by, but the fact that they're adding like that added incentive, they're making it like that kind of a games as a service, but also, hey, it's free. So that there's challenges to log in and get gold, get experience, level up. I think that is a decently sized deal. As far as like things that, like you mentioned, is there anything that comes out to me like, this makes me want to play this right now? No. I think that if you like and love Red Dead as much as a lot of people do, that you're going, and you like online gameplay, you're going to be playing this. I threw this in here because if you are like a lot of people where it's like you started it and then it's like, hey, I'm going to wait till they flesh this out a little bit. I wanted to let you know that this big update, this first major update, that they're adding things and doing a lot of quality of life improvements, that this is a reason for you to check it out.
And yeah, I don't know, like to me, I haven't been drawn into it yet. But this hasn't sold me on it. I mean, if you're playing it, that sounds great. I mean, I'd say similar to the Grand Theft Auto Online stuff. Like, if you're enjoying it, good on you. But like, it's not drawing me.
More about that later.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. I didn't mean to keep beating a dead horse.
No,
there.
It's okay. No, I think honestly, just like with GTA and with Red Dead, if you're gonna play this game, like you're gonna play this online mode, I don't think there is a whole lot of selling you on it. There are people who love this game. It was the best-selling game of 2019. I mean 2018, sorry, and will probably be a decent seller in 2019 as well. I haven't started seeing any of those NPD numbers yet, but if you're playing this game, you're going to play it, and you're going like if there is. I don't think there's a lot of selling you on the online. Just like with a GTA Online, I don't think there's really selling you on GTA Online, but apparently there is because they've made so much money. I think. You're going to play it if you want. I want to roam around in Cowboy Land. Then you're going to play this game.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know if there's any mode or like the coolest thing I could think of is just like in 5 when they added heists. Like if they have that kind of like you're gonna start robbing banks and all that stuff. I think that there's something to that.
Yeah, but. And that's what I want. I want more grandiose scenes like that, which I think when GTA added heists, I think that really helped them. But we'll talk about that later. I'm not purposely bringing that up over and over, but I am bringing that up over.
Just on your brain.
Apparently, what shouldn't be on your brain though is 8chan. And THQ Nordic apparently didn't understand that 8chan is one of the worst places. There's a lot of questionable places, but come on.
On the internet, dude.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know what 8chan is, if you know what 4chan is, it's something similar, except worse. There are 0 limitations on what you can post on 8chan. THQ Nordic announced. It's not like they even, just did it and whatever, but they like announced on Twitter, they're like, hey, we're going to do an AMA on 8chan. And people were like, hey, maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Go on that type of website.
AMA is for Reddit. I mean, you can do it elsewhere.
No, AMA is for anything.
I mean, I'm saying like you can do it elsewhere, but like Reddit is one of the best places to do it. It's a great forum for it. 8chan, not so much. Like if I was any company, then I would go to a Reddit or a Twitter or whatever. I would not go to an 8chan. I wouldn't even go to Imgur, and I love Imgur.
Yeah, and so obviously they came out, and it was somebody who said I of course don't condone child pornography or white supremacy or racism in any form. And it's no one said you did, but if you're gonna go on that type of website,
you just stay away.
It's not hard to find out. If the website is so bad that it was blacklisted by Google. If you Google search 8chan right now, you can't find it.
Yeah.
I think it even gives you a warning that's like, hey, this is why you can't find that website.
Yeah, there's a reason for it. There's a reason that the dark web is a thing, and this is not necessarily the dark web, but this is pretty messed up stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
now the dark web is different. There's a lot.
What I'm saying is there's all kinds of horrible stuff on the internet that you can't get to via Google, and people are like, oh, that's Google censoring. I'm like, no, there's a reason you can't get to that. And I'm just saying this is one of the few reasons that Google will blacklist or ban something that is a legit-ish thing. But we did get some really good news. Other than Pokemon, though, we got more Star Wars news. And I could go on and on about the Star Wars parks. By the way, any chance I get to play the 1313 footage, I'm going to do it. But
I was about to say, this is not the game.
It's not the game, and I have to tell anybody watching it's not the game. But anytime we talk about new Star Wars, I got to play some 1313 because I really wanted this game. We had 2 bits of Star Wars news. One I'll be very brief on, is we got a bunch of details from the Disney parks, which is not our show thing, so I'm not going to talk about. But it looks amazing, so I'll go on to talk.
Be there in 2021.
I will be there in December. And I'm very excited about it. And I'll take lots of pictures. But we also have news that
I will not look at very many of them.
Okay.
Because
you don't want to be spoiled. Yeah. It's gonna be an experience for anyone.
I want the might and the majesty to wash over.
Oh, it's gonna be excellent.
Whenever I see it for the first time, those tears that are gonna be in my eyes whenever I get on the Millennium Falcon.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna weep. I am gonna weep. It's so good. But anyways, we'll stop kvetching about that. So the Jedi Fallen Order, we're gonna get a first look in April at Star Wars Celebration, which again, going back to Disney and the whole thing being first full circle. Very happy about that. I almost had got tickets to D3, which is kind of the Disney-ish version, but Star Wars Celebration is always one that I've wanted to go to anyways.
What's D3 gonna do now that Kingdom Hearts is out in terms of games?
That's a good question.
Anyway.
Or D23,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
so
I mean D23, sorry.
Yeah, D23, yeah. So obviously this is news about news. This is saying please look forward to it. Cool. Don't cancel this game if you show it. If you show me any type of cinematic or anything that you show me about this game, if you cancel it, I will thrash something.
Yeah.
So show me what I am expecting. I'm not expecting a whole lot. I'm expecting maybe a release window that, they've already said 2019, probably fall 2019. But if you give me like September 2019 or something like that, cool. I'm expecting a story cinematic. That is what I want. I don't necessarily need gameplay. I would like it, but I expect a story.
Okay, I'm going to disagree. I really want gameplay. Okay. I want them to show us that they understand that it doesn't suck, and that they know that we've been wanting a very good Star Wars game. I actually liked the Old Republic, but we haven't had a good Star Wars. We haven't had a Star Wars game other than some the Kinect dancing stuff, and we haven't had anything.
And Battlefront 2, which is fun.
I think
there was a lot of controversy surrounding it. I played the campaign. It's enjoyable. It's not great.
I like the campaign. I think it's very true to the setting. Like a lot of the matches are really immersive.
Right.
But I think they need to show us, no, we have a really good game coming for you. Check out this gameplay. Look, I think at least enough for us to understand, not necessarily in-depth mechanics, but I want to see gameplay to understand perspective. Is it going to be obviously it's Jedi Fallen Order, so it's going to be the fall of the Jedi Temple and all that kind of stuff. I want to see how much force powers are we talking about. Like, I mean, I really want to feel. Is this going to be in the realm of a Jedi Knight, like Jedi Academy, which I recently played for Xbox? It was great. Is it going to be something like that, a return to form where we can really feel like we are Jedi? Is Jedi Fallen Order? Are we even going to play a Jedi in there? I think we will, but
I want to know if it's going to be something like Ezra from Star Wars Rebels, where he's kind of like half regular person, half like he's clearly a Force user and wants to be a Jedi, and he has a lightsaber. But he also is like Luke in Empire, where he carries both his lightsaber and his blaster. Is that going to be a thing?
I think that'd be cool.
I will say, it's easy for me to get upset, but Respawn is awesome. After Apex Legends having a successful thing, after crap, what's the mech game? Why is my brain farting?
What, Anthem?
The mech.
Titanfall.
No, the mech.
Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Yeah.
After the fantastic campaign of Titanfall 2, I expect good to great things, and I think that they will deliver on those good to great things. But I'm still at this point. I will not get excited until it's become on that list of I will be excited about this game when it is loaded onto my console and I'm playing it.
How about Cyberpunk? You getting excited about Cyberpunk? Sure. I'm interested. I'm curious. I think that it's probably going to be good, but I haven't been sold yet on it. To me, they're showing. It looks so good that it makes me feel like it's not going to be anywhere near, not only near as good, but also graphics-wise or anything like that. It feels like to me back in the realm of when graphics for games were mediocre, and you had to like really sell the cutscenes, and that's kind of how I feel about this.
So the reason why we're talking about this is because CD Projekt Red did come out and say, hey, we're going to be at E3. That is the trend right now. Ever since Sony said they're not going to be at E3, it's become a game of like, well, is somebody else going to leave E3? Microsoft was like, our show's as good as it's ever going to be. Nintendo will, of course, have their Direct, but after the past few weeks, I'm thinking that Nintendo will be on the Xbox conference in some capacity. So CD Projekt Red announcing that Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be there. The reason why I said sure is because, kind of like Kojima's game, when is this game going to come out? There's only so many times. You can literally go on right now on YouTube and watch 40 minutes of Cyberpunk 2077 to be played. After seeing that 40 minutes, unless you have a release date, what do you really have to show me?
No, I agree.
Like, what else can it be? I have a kind of an idea of how this world works. You can tell how very alive they're trying to make the world. It's a very ambitious game with how alive that world was. They said that every single person that you just saw in that clip, and whenever you're looking at it, every single person in there like has like some sort of basic functions. They exist in the world. So there's going to be an insane loading times.
Oh, of course.
I want to know. The only thing I want to know, and just like with Kojima's game, there's only so many times that I can see this game and be like, when are you going to actually give it to me?
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I don't care if you go away for a while. You've made a fantastic game with Witcher 3. Kojima, you're a legend, but just put a date and get somewhere close to that date. Otherwise, you just stay away. It's okay. I trust you. You'll be fine.
Yeah. No, and they could learn something from one of my favorite companies, which is Bethesda. Like, when
he's gonna say good things about Bethesda this time.
I'm gonna say good things. Don't worry, Bethesda. No, they go away. They make a game. I'll put it that way. And then they tell you shortly before they come out.
For better or for worse.
Yeah,
they make a game.
I love Bethesda.
I know.
I absolutely do. But there was 76 was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea. And I think
we'll get to that in a sec.
Yeah. But when it comes to when it comes to Bethesda in general, I think they do a really good job. Like the unlisted Bethesda game that's popped up on some retailers now. The rumor, or I guess the feel, if whatever you want to call it, is that it's a Fallout 3 remake. Now, we've had a New Vegas remaster recently, which New Vegas is my favorite. 3, I think, other than going back and redoing 1 and 2, which are completely different, I think this is...
They're never going to touch those.
They're never going to touch those. No, they won't. But I think this is as close to a game that for Bethesda to go revisit. I think this is definitely the pick. Some people were hoping for Morrowind. I liked Morrowind, but there's so much to do in that. I'm sorry, there's so much.
Why would they do Morrowind when they have Skyrim?
Yeah, they can do Skyrim more. Come on, you want Skyrim? I think.
Yeah, they need Skyrim to run on your Nest thermostat.
Well, we have the Alexa. Legit, I can play a Skyrim thing. We're gonna get Blades on mobile, or we have it. I don't even remember. I kind of ignored it, but no, I think Morrowind would be good. But yeah, Fallout 3, I think is a good choice for a remaster, remaster, remake, whatever.
Yeah, so they've literally never. So as we know, with New Vegas was not made by the same company. Fallout 3 has never been remastered, and I don't even know, has it ever been re-released?
Not that
in any capacity.
I don't think it has.
Like, I know you can still buy. Obviously, you can buy it on PC, and that's the place to buy it. As far as mods go and everything else,
that game.
Now, if they're going to allow mods on console, which I imagine they will, since they did with 4.
Fallout 3 doesn't have iron sights. Fallout 3 does not have iron sights, okay? It is the worst shooter ever. So, yeah.
But it was still the game that, you want to talk about a game that put them that made a brand and put that on the map. It's Fallout 3.
Of course.
So the fact that it's never been redone is actually a little shocking to me. There's been no confirmation whatsoever. It was a thing that briefly appeared on Amazon as like untitled Bethesda product, and I believe it even had like an actual day on it, if I'm thinking of the right game, but now I can't find it. So it was sometime in the fall of 2019. So I imagine if we hear about it, it's going to be at E3.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a Bethesda. Oh wait, one more thing. Oh wait, one more thing. It's going to be one of their one more things.
Or their opener.
It could work too. It could work too. Either way, it's going to be dramatic. But yeah, I think that having this, like I said, I'd love Morrowind. There's a PC mod group that's doing it. It's called Skywind. They're redoing Morrowind in the Skyrim engine, which I would love
people
that.
care about Morrowind that much.
It's really good. That's
3, right?
3
is Morrowind.
Yeah, 3 is
Oblivion.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I thought, I think it holds a special place in my heart for nostalgia purposes because it's my first. It's my first one, but I've gone back and played it.
So for older people.
Oh sure, yeah, but like, when I've gone back and played it, and I'm like, no, this isn't as good. It's not one of those like going back and playing.
It doesn't hold up.
No, but I mean that's coming from a guy who just went back and played Dark Forces 2. Because after I played,
it also doesn't hold up.
I still really enjoyed it. But yeah, Jedi Academy, Jedi Outcast is better.
There's an enjoyment factor, but that's like saying, like, to me, and anybody can hate on me all they want. Yes, I will enjoy going back to Ocarina of Time, but Ocarina of Time does not hold up.
No, it doesn't. It's dated in regards to its gameplay. It's dated in regards to its graphics. It's still amazing, but I'll say the same thing about playing Mario 3 or Link to the Past or any of the...
Those games hold up. The 8-bit and 16-bit era, Mario... No. Super Mario 3 holds up.
It's good.
Still looks good today.
It's still really fun. It's still really fun though. No. So we also, speaking of Fallout 76, surprisingly, at least surprising to me, we got news about like the roadmap and what Bethesda is going to be doing for Fallout 76, and I'm just surprised that it was published, just in general, because I thought that. My feeling on what Bethesda was going to do with this was support it for a while and then just let it go away. I really thought that's what they were going to do. And it looks like they're actually going to be supporting it. They put out a graphic showing their seasonal content dropping for new game modes, Wild Appalachia being first, Nuclear Winter, and then Wastelanders. Good for them.
This reminds me, we didn't talk about the new starters. There's 3. We didn't talk about the 3 starter Pokemon.
No, we didn't. I was trying to be brief, but yeah, there are. Yeah,
I didn't want to be brief at all. I want to talk about Pokemon a lot. But by the way, I'm picking Sobble. Really interesting. The thing is I mean, it's a 2019 roadmap, so like they were smart, and I don't think they went out too far with it. If they would have gone into like, here's what we want to do for the next 3 years, I think that would have been a bad idea. But if they're going with this year, apparently it's been 100 days since the game came out. This is the content that's coming with it. We have things that we want to include. They said that their stability is better. They say the game is working better. They, thanked everybody who's still playing and is patient and so on. The people who are loving it, good for them. We'll see if it has made the game better. They did say that the game has been more stable, but I have not checked out anybody playing it recently.
I haven't either, and I have not played it since the beta. I'll be honest, because I didn't give them money. If I got a review,
you can get it for $20 now, man.
Yeah, I was tempted, honestly, a couple times to just say, you know what, I've got it now. I can play it. I may end up grabbing it just to be able to jump in every now and then and check out the modes and check out what they're doing. The problem is that I feel like if I buy it, I have to devote the time to it. This is one of those games that you have to do that with. And right now I'm playing Anthem, so which.
There's only so many half-baked games as a service that you can play.
Okay.
I don't mean to throw too much shade at Anthem.
Having played, I played Destiny at launch, and I'm playing Anthem at launch. Destiny, and I mean the first. Actually, I played both of them at launch. Destiny 1 has been the best launch, gameplay wise, like as a package.
Really?
Of the next games that I'm going to say.
Okay.
No, of like online services, because online games like Guild Wars and actually Guild Wars is probably the best, where from day one, from launch day.
Is Guild Wars free to play?
Guild Wars, the Guild Wars 2?
Yeah, was it free to play?
No, it was not. It was.
Okay,
well, sorry.
then I'm gonna take that out of the list then, just because if you're paying for it, I expect some things.
Well, you paid for the initial game, and then it didn't have a subscription. So
that's what I'm asking.
Destiny,
so it's free to play. No, okay, I'm sorry.
No
subscription.
No subscription. Yeah.
Okay.
But Destiny didn't have a
what I meant,
subscription. Destiny didn't have a subscription. Anthem doesn't have a subscription. Anthem 2, which I was going to say, you have Destiny up at the top, Destiny 2 down here. Anthem's right in the middle. Anthem, and it's funny because I listened to a bunch of reviewers. I played it. I listened to a bunch of reviewers, and a lot of them were saying the game, like they complained about the load times. Load times are horrible. Some of the graphics in regards to the town, I always forget the name of it, the tower thing that you go back to, your hub. The graphics had some downgrades, but the gameplay's great. And but the game modes are limited right now, but the gameplay is great. Nobody has said the game is not fun. They're just like, I wish I didn't sit in front of a load screen for almost as much time, if not more, than the actual mission. So that's a little annoying.
And from what I've heard about it, first of all, with reviewers, anybody who knows game reviewers and what they're expected to do, they're expected to play through the game. Like, if this isn't a game that you can beat but there is an in game. There is like a thing where there's a story. You're expected to play all the way through it. So if you need to look at that when you're looking at games of service and you talk about a review of a game of service, and the Division 2 is coming out soon. And I think I put that in there. They have to play through all of that game in a very short amount of time, and whenever they're talking about it, and whenever a Twitch streamer is talking about it, or a Facebook streamer is talking about it, or whatever, you have to recognize they put in a lot of time per day. Somebody like Patrick does not get to put in 8 or 9 or 10 hours a day into a game, so he's not going to run out of content nearly as fast, and that is something to consider whenever you're looking at these reviews, and why you do need to take them at least with a slight grain of salt, that you're not going to reach the end as fast as all these people complaining about it did. And from what I've heard, people who are playing it on a casual basis are enjoying it. The biggest complaint that I have heard isn't how long the load times are. It's that everything requires a load time. Like that's where you're spending that length of time in there. It's like, I want to go change what mech I'm in, load time. I want to come back, load time.
There's a load time between cutscenes.
Yeah.
Like I saw a cutscene, and then I had load time, and then I saw another cutscene. Like, make one cutscene. There was no. I mean, it was a
Kingdom Hearts 3, make one cutscene
and make it less than 12 minutes. I think the shortest ones in that were 15. Like I literally made a grilled cheese sandwich and some soup.
I know that's a lot of people's favorite games, and I've heard many great things about it for the people who love it, but I'm still upset. But yeah, so the same thing with Anthem. If you like BioWare and you like Iron Man and you like, I don't know if it's necessarily worth it to get in it now. Honestly, with the way I'm seeing some of these games, it's already been discounted in the UK. You could probably get it for like $40 soon.
Yeah.
You might wait a few weeks.
I should have waited. I really should have. I've enjoyed what I've played of it. I really should have waited though. For a lot of reasons. One, I did want to see how it was at launch and not just listen to other reviewers. I felt like that was important for me. It was a big game. I've liked what I've played of it. I think it's going to get better. And we'll let you know when it's the time to buy, because I got to tell you when it's the time to buy the game.
Yeah, tell me when I'm ready to get
exactly, because you're going to get in at one point. Are you going to get into the Division 2? Because I'm going to try it. The beta starts tomorrow.
I'm really interested in trying the beta. It's I'm not good at these kind of games.
Yeah.
In terms of the only multiplayer games that I've ever been excessively good at are MMOs. And I'm talking Final Fantasy 14 and WoW.
Yeah.
So with this type of game, I'm not good at competitive shooters, but people love The Division. And I know I've even heard people talking that don't play any online game whatsoever, and they're going to be playing The Division 2.
Oh yeah, I think that I'm hopeful that it is an improvement on the original Division. I feel like
something that justifies buying a new game.
Agreed. Because the Division was similar to Destiny. I'm going to get those slightly mixed up because Destiny, when they came out with Destiny, they said there is a 10-year plan for Destiny, meaning you buy the game, and the next 10 years we're going to have expansions and all this stuff, kind of like World of Warcraft.
Worst thing ever to say.
Yeah, don't say that. I'm pretty sure that BioWare said something similar to Anthem, or not said 10 years, but they basically talked about like the long game for it, which I don't know if it's going to have that kind of longevity, but yeah, don't ever say it's overhype. So I think the Division 2 will be similar to Fable 2, where the Division was good, but it wasn't everything we wanted. And the Division 2 will be everything that was in the first that we would have wanted in Division. Not that they overhyped it. I'm just saying.
What I want to know, and I have a hard time remembering, I think the Division suffered from a thing where people got to the level cap again quickly. Yes. And this is, again, these games as a service, these games that involve levels, and they had, just like Destiny 1 and subsequently Destiny 2, they had quite the bounce back and became quite a beloved game with the Division. What I want to know is anybody ever going to learn from this and have a good chunk of content? And I know that there's people in there that are like, holy crap, you guys are already at level cap. The game's been out for 48 hours. Like, goodness gracious, get a life. I'm sure that there's people like that. I'm sure that there's the reverse. It's like, hey, they already reached level content. Now I need to make the new content. Is anybody ever going to find that balance of like, here's 3 months worth of stuff. We'll see you in 3 months and we'll give you more stuff then. Which, to their credit here, they have already started going into their post-launch details, and their free updates.
Which I really
I don't know if everything is free, but the fact that they're highlighting like, hey, here's all the stuff that you get just for buying our game. The fact that they are already planning that ahead, some people might take that as like maybe a negative, but I take it as a positive with a game like this. So I think that they're going to try, but I'm really curious to see what the launch is. And the beta is open from March 1st to March 4th.
Yep. So I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna start it downloading. Benefits of working from home. Started downloading tomorrow morning. I don't know if I can. I didn't see that access to it yet, but I'll download it and try it out tomorrow night-ish, and we'll definitely be talking about that more. One thing that I want to talk about more than I can, because I don't know much about it, is Halo Infinite. They did say recently that Halo Infinite is going to be a spiritual reboot, which I think is exactly what Halo needs.
Have to.
You can only do so many, and I love Master Chief. I'm not saying Master Chief shouldn't be in it, but you can only keep adding to the grandiose saga of Master Chief so much. Just like with the Mass Effect games, as much as I love Mass Effect, it becomes ridiculous that one person can literally be the center of every massive thing and every important thing in the universe. It's the same thing with the Star Wars saga needing to move away from the Skywalkers. Like, we can tell other things in this universe. So I hope that as a spiritual reboot, it is not trying to retread, similar to what happened with God of War. It did not retread too much on the original. It kept the heart, but it really reimagined it. I'm really hoping that's what we get with this. What are you thinking?
Yeah, and for those of you who want to hear this was a podcast that they were on IGN. This is needed. So everybody who doesn't remember, it started with Bungie. This was a Bungie. It's not Bungie's IP. It's Microsoft's IP. But this was Bungie's game. Then it was taken over by 343 Industries.
Yeah.
And the 343 Halo games.
By the way, what's up, Frank?
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say they're bad. I'm just gonna say that they are not great. They're only okay. So this is needed for them. They now 343. You now have this franchise. Deserve it. Honor it. And the Infinite trailer from 2018 was dope.
Yep.
It seemed like it got me excited for Halo again, which I haven't been excited for Halo in a very long time.
Since ODST. ODST just completely burned me.
Yeah. That was the last Halo game that I bought.
Okay. Yeah.
That was when I said no thanks.
Yeah. I was so disappointed. I didn't even buy it, but Whitney and I have played through, I guess 4. We played Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4 together. But we got ODST. I borrowed it, and I could not stand it. And we didn't play Halo 5 because no split screen. If it doesn't have split screen, then we're out. Because we also played Gears of War. We played all the Gears of War games, except for actually the latest one. We played
4?
Couch Co-op. Yeah. We didn't beat...
4 is very average.
Yeah, we didn't beat that one, but we beat 1, 2, and 3, and the other one, the unnumbered one. But... What's up, Frank?
That one was only okay. But yeah, so I think it's obvious that it was a spiritual reboot, but I think that it's also good that they're saying it like, hey, we're going to... This is going to be the new Halo. I think it at least puts that mystique out there, that sense of wondering, like, what direction are they going to take it. I think that he said the right things. I think you're right. I think they said the right things, and they didn't say the wrong thing, which is we have a 10-year plan, because that would have completely screwed it up. Oh man, it's a pretty good news week this week, though. But now, by the way, the game, I don't even know if we actually said the titles of Pokemon, but it's Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield, we did. Actually, no, I don't know. We were fangirling a lot.
And then Grookey is the grass primate. No thanks. Scorbunny, the fire-looking bunny, which looks like it's going to be yet another fire starter fighting type.
Sure.
They haven't said it's a fighting type, but with it being a bunny, I don't know, it just feels like it. And then the most obvious choice and awesome one in Sobble, in the sad-looking water Pokemon, which is going to be my spirit animal in the next game. So,
probably gonna pick the grass. I mean, it looks fun, and fire tends to be, at least from my experience, feels like it's the easier starter. So
what?
Yeah, like Charmander back in the day. It's like the
Charmander was not. Charmander was the most difficult starter.
Was he? I felt like he was easy.
Yeah. No, Bulbasaur's. It's because of the gym order. The gym order makes it to where it goes grass easy, water medium, fire hard.
Huh. Interesting.
Technically, even though, once you've done it once you played Pokemon Red a million times, like I have, you just, I already know, all right, I'm going to level up Butterfree here, we're going to get that going. That's not Pokemon Red, that's blue.
That's blue.
What am I talking about? Beedrill.
That's some good stuff. I miss Pokemon. I didn't get Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu. I'm definitely going to get Sword and Shield. I don't know.
Are you getting Sword or Shield?
I don't know. I think one of us should get one of us should get the other, if we can trade via...
I feel like everybody's going to be getting Sword, so I'm getting Shield to be a contrarian.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Like, it's usually... and
who wants to be a Shield?
Well, even more so this time, because usually it's the whatever title's first. I think it's a psychological thing. People usually, like Black and White, more people played Black. Red, Green, more people played Red. I think it's a psychological thing. And there may be a favorite color in there too, but I don't know.
Thanks for watching This Week in Our Collective Heads. Subscribe over here and click the bell, and that way you'll know about any new videos that we put up, because we put up a lot of gameplay, a lot of stories from games and stuff like that, and gameplay is down here.
Yeah, and you got more editorials and news stuff down here. Check it out.